conservative, any Republican, you're racist, sexist, misogynist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic. Now you can add transphobic. You want dirty air and water. And some Republican is going to take your grandma and grandpa in a wheelchair and throw them over a cliff in an advertisement. It's predictable. But now it's every issue. Your reaction?
It is every issue, and it's obviously just name-calling, and it seems to me to be completely foolish that people are not awake to what the Democrat strategy is here. You know, they use people that are false prophets like Leborn James to propagate a lot of these lies, particularly the Black Lives Matter lie. That seems to be almost the biggest one. The race lie has been permeating throughout every element of culture. You have Leborn James, who lives amongst white people in a $100 million Bel Air mansion, who is protected by white people, protected by presumably undercover officers, and things of that nature everywhere he goes, and you know, to his games back and forth. There are police officers that are constantly surrounding him, and yet he puts out this lie. And the president is correct to call him, President Trump is correct to say that Leborn James himself is racist. Not only that, but he doesn't care about black people. If Leborn James cared about black people, he'd point to the truth. The truth is that if you care about black people, you have to talk about black-on-black crime. Upwards of 95% of black homicide victims are killed by other black people. What he actually cares about is just making sure that he himself is situated as a king, while the peasants beneath him, he calls himself the king, the peasants beneath him and that follow him all invest in this lie, destroy their own communities, and yes, kill each other, as would have been the circumstance if that police officer had not have intervened.
Every single weekend, and this goes back to the Biden-Obama years, Leo, I can come on this program every Monday and tell you how many people were shot in the city of Chicago. I can tell you how many people were shot and killed in the city of Chicago and a lot of other big cities. Every single weekend. Murder rates are skyrocketing all over the country. This defund the police, dismantle the police. It's not working. Why don't we ever hear the names of all the people shot every weekend? Why is it only a case that can be used politically? Why isn't we only hear about those lives?
It's very simple. It's all about power. And what you're describing is what has been going on in Democratic cities for years. Listen, they talk about racism. I'm a civil rights attorney. I know what systemic racism is. It does not exist in Chicago, in LA, in Baltimore. When the people running the show are black people, brown people, chief of police, they only play the white officer card against a black victim. Candace pointed out all the numbers, but they play the race game, and guess what? The Democrats drink that Kool-Aid. There is a disconnect, Sean, between the Democratic hierarchy that live like kings and they brainwash the Democratic voters who live like peasants. I want to make one other point. That white sign that you made reference to, that sign is very, very insulting. And basically, the extreme left has declared war on white Americans and white police officers, and the Democratic leadership will not say a word because they are in bed with the extreme left. That's what's going on in America. It happens not every 2 years or 4 years. It's going on 24/7, Sean Hannity.
All right, Leo 2.0 Terrell, Candace Owens. By the way, again, congrats on the baby. We're very happy for you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click